Alright, hey guys, welcome back to another solo board game playthrough. We're going to be playing a playthrough of Paladins of the West Kingdom. So this is the second in the West Kingdom line. It is the heaviest, I think, by far of that line. And it's a lot of people's favorite. This game is definitely a game that every time I play it, I love it more. Viscounts is probably still my favorite because I just love deck building as a mechanic, but this game is really close to it. I like Architects a lot, but I think Viscounts and Paladins are, for me, in my personal taste, I just love them significantly more than Architects. So this game at its core is a worker placement game. We're going to be placing workers on our board here. The left side of our board kind of gets us some stuff or helps us do actions, and the right side of our board is a lot of actions. And it's all going to... I had to reset because this is from my previous game. And really what drives it is this track here of these different... they're not called influences. They're attributes. So we have these 4 attributes here: diplomacy, faith, strength, and influence. I'm going to just call them by their colors, but they really are what drive our ability to do things. Each of the things on the board: commissioning, fortifying, garrisoning, absolving, attacking, converting, mustering, and negotiating, are going to require a set amount of a particular attribute, and they're going to net us a different attribute. So if I come down to our board real quick, and things will make sense as we start playing if you haven't played this game before, but if you come down to our board, we're going to be placing workers here, and the different color workers are the ones required for the spots. These kind of clear see-through spots can take any worker. And when you take an action, you need to have a set amount based on a certain parameter on the board to do that action of a color. So commissioning requires having black, and then it gets us a blue attribute. Fortifying requires blue but gets us a red attribute, and garrisoning requires a red attribute and gives us a black attribute. And then absolving is the inverse. So absolving requires blue, gives us black. Attacking is the inverse of fortifying, and converting is the opposite of garrisoning. So you can see there's a chain across, or there's an up and down. So you could do these two and focus on both of those, or focus on these three. This board here is from the expansion, which involves 2 other actions: mustering and negotiating. Mustering requires it requires any of the 3 attributes, but gives us a diplomacy, a gray. And negotiating, depending on what we do between enlisting and entrusting. Entrusting is the up hand, and the down hand is enlisting. And entrusting requires diplomacy, but nets us one of the other 3 attributes, and entrusting requires one of the 3 attributes and nets us diplomacy, so it goes either way. And on our we're going to have to place workers out, like I said, to do the actions here. Some things over here let us do extra stuff, like we can put these developments out, which will make these easier to do. They effectively make it cheaper to do those things. We can get more provisions and silver, which are resources. We can recruit, which we can dismiss townsfolk or recruit townsfolk. We can pray, which removes workers from a spot to let us do it again because they're on the... And then we can conspire to get a criminal, which I'll explain what that is in a minute. And because you can see there's a bunch of workers, I'm going to tell you all the workers by what their actual name is first, and then we're going to call them by their colors for the rest of the game. So we have white workers. They're laborers. They are white, so they can only go on the spots that are see-through. They're kind of the weakest. We have clergics, which are the black; scouts, which are the green; merchants, which are the blue; and fighters, which are the red. We have criminals, which are wild, but every time we take a criminal, we have to take a suspicion, which we'll get into what those are. And then because we do have the collector's box, we do have the small vassal expansion, which give us these yellow workers, which are also wilds, but they also will allow us to... I didn't reset this either from my last game. They will also let us get a provision or a silver discount whenever we use them in place of another worker. So that's what we got going on here. Let's go ahead, and I'm going to shuffle this up and finish off what I'm doing. We'll talk about the actions as they happen, and let's do them out real quick. So the way the game structures is we're going to take turns. There are 7 rounds in the game, and then after the end of 7 rounds, we'll count victory points up and see who the winner is. Every round, we're going to be able to choose workers from this deck as well as workers from our own deck. So let me shuffle this up. And the AI works very much than we do, similar we do. They take the same actions based on their particular attribute strengths. They do have a preset on what they start with. So they start with 0 blue, 1 black, 2 red, and 3 gray. and they have a deck of cards that dictate what they do. At every round, they start with 3 workers plus an additional worker for the round number. So for the first round, it's 4 workers, then 5 workers, up to 10 at the end. And they start the game. We draw a couple of these King's Order cards, and at the beginning of the game, and whatever come up, they put Workshop in those spaces. We are playing on the easiest mode, so they only have to have 2. Once we place those out every round, when we flip over a King's Order, they're going to place their Workshop on the spot that associates with that card. We also get a personal King's Order, and so we're going to flip this over, and by the end of the game, if we do 5 absolves, we'll get 6 points. So typically, we have an extra Workshop to place out. We want to place it somewhere on the board, and I think I probably will do absolve, just because if that's something that we're going to want to go for, then we can make it easier for us. The other thing we need to do is we get to recruit a townsfolk. So if we go up here, we're going to recruit one for the beginning of the game, and they will give us ongoing benefits. So, for instance, this is interesting if we recruit this townsfolk, because this means we will get, every time we rest, we'll get a money and a provision, which could be really nice. This one would also be good. Every time we absolve, we'll get something we'll get a money from the tax stand, which also could be really good. So I'm aiming for one of the 2 of them. I think I'm going to go for this one, because we're going to work on absolving, and so we should be able to trigger that a bunch of times. Unfortunately, the bonus here I'm not going to get because I don't have any suspicion cards, but we are going to take that. This resets this to move down, and we'll go ahead and start the game. So the beginning of the game happens. We're going to flip over the first King's Order, and at the end of the game, if we get 4 attacks, we will, or we get 5 attacks, we get 4 points. Like I said, the AI will place one of their Workshops on that, so that's only going to cost them 2 workers to take that action. All right, so we start the game with 3 money and a provision. We do have the upgraded provisions from MeepleSource, so that's why those look like that. We are going to flip over these tavern cards, and now normally you place out equal to the player count plus 1. So in our case with 2, I'm just going to make it 2 separate stacks to make it easier to kind of look at what the offer is instead of having to consolidate some things. And so what we're going to do is we're going to first draw the top 4 cards of our deck, and we're going to choose one of these to take. They're going to dictate our workers for the round, as well as an ongoing benefit and some bonus on our attributes. And then we're going to choose one of these cards and get those workers. Whenever we take a purple worker, we're going to get a suspicion, so that goes over here, and there's 0 to 2 tax on that. We'll get the money associated with that. At the end, if all the tax is taken, an inquisition happens, which means the player with the most suspicion gets a debt, and then we'll remove half of their suspicions rounded down. The AI doesn't care about the color of the workers with the exception of purple. If they have to take a purple, they'll take suspicion. So we kind of want to play that a little bit. Whenever they take money in any kind of capacity or provisions, they move on this decision track, and when they loop around, they'll get to increase their lowest attribute. But we'll get into that in a bit. So our options for this are going to be 2 purples, a green, and a red, or 2 blacks, a blue, and a red. So we're going to really decide whether or not we want to deal with that. Us doing absolves, we'll need blue for that, so the purple can supplement that. But when we absolve, we're going to take from the tax stand. So there's a high chance we're going to be taking from the tax stand quite a bit if we take the 2 purples. And if we do that and we end up Inquisition, we end up with a debt, which just ends up netting us negative points unless we can flip it. So it's just extra effort to not have to worry about that. So let's look at our hand real quick, and we'll kind of make some decisions. So kind of the way the cards work is that there are going to be, like I said, the 2 workers you get, the bump and the temporary bump in the attributes, and an ongoing effect. What we're going to do with the 4 cards, we're going to choose one of these cards to put back on top of our deck, one to put on the bottom of our deck, one to remove, and then one to use this round. So we have absolving costs no silver. I want to absolve, but absolving is fairly cheap at the moment. It costs 1 silver to do the first one, and then 2. So I want to save this one, so we're going to put this back on top because I don't want to waste it yet. Recruiting costs no silver, which could come in handy because I could get that 1 worker that I was talking about. Negotiating costs no silver, and praying costs no silver. I don't think I'm going to worry about negotiating, at least right now. And so I'm going to dump this. I'm going to keep the recruiting one on top, and I'm going to put the praying one on the bottom. So I think that's what we're going to do. And we're going to go ahead and return to our board. It's going to net us a red worker and a white worker, and we're going to choose between the 2 here. And I'm going to choose this one. So I get 2 blacks, a red, and a white. I'm sorry, 2 blacks, a red, and a green, and a blue. So these are the workers I start with this round. These are the workers they start with. We're going to go first. And so we'll go into the actions as we take them. And I think the first thing I want to do is recruit. So recruiting, we can either spend 1 worker of any color to dismiss a townsfolk up here, which gets us the top benefit up there. Or we can spend a worker of any color and a red worker to recruit that worker, and we would spend the coins or take a debt, depending on how far down we are, to get that worker to get that ongoing effect. We're going to go ahead and we're going to recruit, so we're going to spend our red and our white, and we're going to recruit this one like we said. So at the every round, we're going to, when we rest, we're going to get a provision and a money. Okay. So there's that. And there's no instant effect, so that's going to be our turn. So then now the AI deck is dictated by a deck of cards here, or the AI is dictated by a deck of cards here. Whoops, wrong spot. So we're going to flip this over, and they're going to look to see what they're going to do. This says the King's Order. So they're going to do the King's Order, the rightmost King's Order that has not been completely fulfilled. There's only 1 King's Order in this case, which is going to be attacking. So they're going to place out 2 workers here to attack. Normally it'd be 3, but because they placed a workshop there, they get that ability cheaper. The way that this works is they're going to use their decision to pick a card from here, and they're going to attack an outsider. Now these outsiders can either be attacked or converted. Attacking them requires the red attribute, and so it's 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 11, and if you have that, you can attack it, which gets you the ability here on where the red lightning bolt is. You'll get the blue influence, or the blue attribute, and then another bonus, possibly. If you convert, it's 0, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12, because you can do the deck here, I guess 13 for that as well. And you'll get the red influence, or the red attribute, and then you get this as an endgame scoring ability. So because their marker is here, they're going to attack this person. They get the blue. They will get to discard a debt, but they don't have a debt to discard, so it does something different. And then they're going to put this as a face-down stack by their board. So they've attacked this person. Again, they go up on the blue track. And then they're going to remove a debt. When they can't remove a debt, they move 1 space on their board and remove something from the tax stand. All right. That's their go. We probably want to absolve, but I don't have any. I don't have any of those yet. So let's go ahead and actually spend our black worker here to conspire. What this lets us do is this lets us take a purple worker. So we're basically trading it out for. We're trading it out for a wild. We do take one of these, which gets us something from the tax stand. So we're going to get this. They're going to go now. They're going to absolve. So in this case, they don't have enough workers to take the absolve action. So because they can't absolve, they're going to take one of their workers and go up here, and they'll recruit. And again, they do it based on the spot here. So they're going to recruit this person, which when they recruit, they just dismiss them, and that gets them 2 workers. So they get 2 workers. They don't care about color. The only time they care is when it has to do with being purple. Okay. So let's go ahead and let's do our absolving. We're going to absolve here. We're going to spend a silver to absolve. We need 0 blue because that's the requirement there. It's going to get us a black. And then I flip this over. It lets me cover up a bonus here, and then also remove one of these. So we could recruit somebody for free, which could be nice to do some other stuff. We could get another white worker, which could help us do something else with what we have. We could get another black influence, which could be nice. If we get another white worker, we could attack. And because I have an attack of 4, or I have a red of 4 because of this, because we get to use that to attack. So maybe that's what we want to do. If we attack, we could attack this person and spend an additional silver to lower it, so we could attack this person. We could probably go up to here. Maybe we'll wait to attack. Maybe we'll just do this to get the additional influence. So we're going to get 2 black influence, and then we remove this. And then because we absolve, we do take something from the tax stand. Okay. All right. Now we're going to go with the AI. They're going to convert. They have 2 workers to convert. So converting, 3 workers to convert. So they're going to convert. Again, they're going to do the same thing, except it's going to be an endgame scoring thing. Their convert is at 1. Their black's at 1. So actually they can't convert because the minimum one is 2. So they're not going to be able to convert. So they'll pray. Now, when we pray, we just choose one spot and remove the workers from that to open it up for us. But when they pray, they remove everything from the right side of their board, and they shuffle their deck and their discard pile back together. If they were to pray and they have nothing on the right side of their board, they would just get one worker and shuffle their discard pile back into their deck. So that's what they do. All right. So we could develop for using all our money, but I feel like that's a waste of this. So I may not want to do that. So maybe we can just pass and hold on to our workers. We can carry over up to 3 workers between rounds. So if we pass, we'll get a provision and a money, and we'll get to keep those 2 workers. So I think that's probably what we're going to do. We're going to do that. We're going to pass, and we're going to get our provision and our worker for that, and then this is here. So then the AI is going to take their turn. They're going to fortify. They can't fortify because they don't have enough, so they're going to go here and trade. That gets them a coin, which is 2 movement on this, as you can tell by here. And then they're going to go again. They're going to negotiate. They cannot negotiate because they need 3 workers. So they're going to conspire, which will get them 2 more workers, as well as a one of these. So they're going to take this. They're going to take these 2. They're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we triggered an Inquisition. When an Inquisition happens, the person with the most suspicion get a debt. And then you remove half of your suspicions rounded down. So half of 1 is 0.5 rounded down is 0. So they're going to remove no suspicions. And then we'll reset that. And then they're going to keep going. They're going to do the King's Order. So the King's Order is going to be to attack. And they cleared it off because they prayed earlier. So they're going to attack. Their attack is at 2. So they actually can't attack because their minimum requirement is 3. So they're going to rest, which is going to get them a provision plus 1 provision per additional worker they have left. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 because they get 2 movements per provision, which moves, since they looped around, they move their lowest attribute up, which is going to be blue because it's on top. So they do that, and they have passed. So they are done. So we've completed that. We're going to clear our boards here. So we're going to clear this, clear this. I got my 2 from carrying over from the last round. And then we're going to remove the rightmost and leftmost, depending on where they are. The cheapest, effectively, the 2 cheapest slots. So if they're not there, we don't remove anything. And we're going to remove those to slide these down. I think in multiplayer, you remove 1. But in single player, you remove 2. To kind of help churn the offerings a bit. And then we're going to start the next round. So this gets removed. And we're going to start the next round. So we're going to flip over this. They're going to want to negotiate. So we're going to put that there. They get their 3 workers plus 2 more workers for it being the second round. We're going to flip this and flip this. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So what do we have? We have commissioning cost 0 provisions. Again, I might want to wait on that a little bit. Or no, I don't probably want that. So I'm going to get rid of that one. We've got the cost of each action may be ignored by taking a debt. We have this guy who just gives us 4 workers but doesn't give us an ongoing ability. We have absolving cost no silver. So the cost of each action may be ignored by taking a debt. So I could do something without having to... The cost of each action. I guess how exactly does that work there? The cost of each action. Is there any specifics on that? Because that just seems... Oh yeah, so just you don't pay silver provisions to do things. Yeah, okay. So we are going to be absolving quite a bit. So we could maybe take the debts and flip them. So that might not be a bad idea. We do know we need to attack. So, and we'll see what this is. I'm probably not going to worry about the negotiating part. But we could take a debt to get this out for free, basically. And then if we clear it, we could do it again. So that might not be a bad idea. So let's take this. We're going to put him on the bottom. Oh, yeah, we're going to put this back on top. Put this on the bottom. Okay. Because we already removed one. So we're going to get 2 white workers. Now the question is, do I want to take this? Or do I want to take this? And I think I'm going to take this one. Because again, we're going to be absolving quite a bit so we can get rid of our suspicions. So we're going to take the 2 here, the purple and the green. Let's grab a suspicion, which is going to net us 2 silver from here. Okay. All right. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to develop. Again, so this lets me take the cost of an action we can ignore it by taking a debt. So we're going to take a debt to develop. So we're not spending any silver. It's going to net us a white worker. And we're going to place that development here to make attacking cheaper. Let's go with the AI. The AI is going to recruit. So they're going to take that one, which is going to get them 2 workers. Now, I could pray to remove it and then do this again, which is what I'm kind of hoping for. Attacking, let's see. For me to attack for 1, I'd have to spend 2 silver to attack something. So maybe we want to absolve real quick. Let's do an absolve action. It's going to spend us 2 silver to absolve. It's going to go up on black. We're going to remove this. And we're going to go ahead and flip this over, because we covered that spot up. They're going to do the king's order. So the rightmost king's order is negotiating. So they will attempt to enlist, and then if they can't enlist, they'll entrust. What this works is they're going to look to see, do they have the attribute cost down here, which in this case they don't. So they're going to move over to the next one, and they do. They're gonna see if they have, so they're gonna take the attribute cost. If they have it, then they go up on this track and they shove this under their board. There is a set collection piece to this, so they do have 1 blue, so they're gonna go up. They have at least 1 blue, so they're gonna move that up. This gets put under their board. At the end of the game, for each different symbol you have, you get a set amount of points. So if you have 1 symbol, you get if you have 1 symbol. Oop, wrong spot. Sorry. If you have 1 symbol, you get 0 points. If you have 2 symbols, a set of 2, you get 2 points. If you have a set of 3, you get 5. And you have a set of all 4, you get 9. And then there's also, if you get 3 of the symbol, you get one of these cards, which you're going to net a worker every round. So they do that. Now, if they can't do any of them, they're going to enlist, which is do the top action, which means you have to have this attribute. You have to have this attribute to take this action with a bonus, which actually wouldn't be too bad, but I'm going to just focus on my absolving, attacking, and maybe converting, depending on what we got going on. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is our black's pretty high. We could convert to raise up our blue. Wait, could I do the blue? Yeah, I could, because did I have enough to do blue? I don't think I did, because I needed 1 to do that. And I don't think I raised it. I think I only have... Hold on. Yeah, I don't think I could have done this. We're going to take a step back for a moment. So I get this back. So I need to fix that real quick, because I shouldn't have been able to do that. So we'll just go here to clear. Nope, to clear this off. Okay, that was my action. Then now it's my turn again. Because I didn't have enough. Because I think the only thing I moved up was on this track. So I shouldn't have been able to do that yet. That's fine. We're going to spend these 2 to develop again. We'll take a debt in doing that. And then we're going to remove this for another white worker. And we'll place that white worker. I think we'll place it here. And then we'll try to just run these 3 the entire time. Okay, now it's their turn. They're going to commission, so it's going to cost them 2. And when commissioning, just like converting, they're going to look at the value here, and they're going to place up on this board. So the commissioning and garrisoning will place things up here. They have a priority, so they're going to place it in the leftmost spot that has that icon. And so their commissioning is at, or their black's at 1, so they can only go in this spot. They're going to take this, that gets them a blue, and they're going to place it here. The spots with 3 and 4 are for 3 and 4 players, so these 2 are the only spots available for solo and 2-player. But they're going to commission, place that there. That's going to let them take this one, and then they'll move on to this one next, which lets them pray. So that clears these off the board, and they shuffle. Oh, so I don't think I should have another silver for that, because I didn't get to commission there. Or I didn't get to absolve. Alright, so we probably want to start doing some other stuff here. So I think I'm going to convert by spending these 2. And I can convert one of these, and my black is at 2, so I can do one of the 2 of these. I get 1 point plus 1 point for every King's Order that I fulfill. So I'm actually going to do this one. It's going to boost me up by 1 blue. I get to remove... Oh, no, never mind. That's not the right thing. That's attacking him. But yeah, we'll do this and go up on red. Or no. We'll do this one. So we get 1 point plus 1 point for every mercenary that we convert. So maybe I try to get a bunch of mercenaries. Because then I can attack this one and get rid of that stuff. That's what I'm going to try to do. Okay. We're going to go with the AI. They're going to recruit. They can't recruit, so they'll pray. They're going to get another worker and shuffle their discard pile back into their deck, which is just 1 card. And then we are going to attack. So we're going to spend this and this. Our attack is at 1. Our red's at 1, so we can fight this person by spending a coin to reduce it down to 1. And we're going to attack this person. We get a blue. We get a green worker. And we get to remove a debt. Or remove a suspicion. And this just becomes a face-down pile for us over here. Okay. They're going to go. They're going to negotiate, which they can. They're going to look here. Do they have 2 black? They don't. Do they have 3 red? They don't. They have 2 red, they do. So they're going to take this one. They go up on the gray, and this gets tucked underneath their board. Okay. We've got 2 greens. I don't know that I want to use these yet. We could recruit, dismiss that person for a white and get a provision, and that could come in handy for us later. So we could do that. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We're going to recruit to dismiss this person. We'll get a white worker and a provision. And we can get rid of that. And then they've passed, and then we're going to pass. I'm going to keep these 2. So we've passed. We're going to get a provision and a coin. We're going to clear everything off the board. They're going to have their 2, 3, and then they get 3. All right, we'll just discard that, and then they don't have anything to discard. We'll slide those down. It would be really nice if the other thing I get is converting, but I don't think it'll be converting. It's going to be too lucky. Okay, we're going to begin round 3. So with round 3, we do the last one of these, which is fortifying, but also we do the first King's Favor. Now, King's Favor are additional worker placement worker placement spots, just like these, which we haven't even talked about yet, that give us some stuff. So we can place workers out here to get those bonuses. And then they also want to have a card for that, so that also increases that for them. So we're going to flip this. So we have to take a criminal regardless. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So attacking earns us 2 silver, which could be interesting. Fortifying would be nice. So maybe I want to start working on fortifying and make that my thing. Like do these 3. I didn't discard the fortifying card, did I? I didn't. Okay. So converting costs no silver, which I'm not working about converting. So as much. Garrisoning costs no provisions. I'm going to dump that. I'm going to keep the absolving one on the bottom because it's still relatively cheap, or on top it's still relatively cheap. Converting I'm going to put on the bottom, and I'm going to use the attacking one this turn. So we get a red and green worker. We've got to take a purple. So we're going to take the 2 blues, the green and the purple. And then we're going to take a suspicion, which gets us 2 from this. Then they're going to take a suspicion, which takes 2 from this. So they go 1, 2, 3, 4. We have an inquisition. They have more suspicion than we do. So that goes there, and we reset here. Okay, so we're wanting to attack, which is great. If we attack, let's reset this too. So attacking could be interesting because if we attack, we can recruit somebody else. These will, like every time we absolve, we'll get a worker, which could be really good for us. If we attack this person, and our attack right now is at 4 because of the 3 on this and this. So I think we're going to do that. We'll spend these 2 to attack. We're going to attack this person, which gets us a blue. And then we're going to get to recruit somebody and recruit this person. And then this goes in our pile. And we get 2 money for attacking. Okay. They're going to do the rightmost king's order, which is fortifying, which I need to start working on too. They're going to fortify. They take the top wall card, and that's going to get them a red and 3 white workers. Golly. That was really good for them. Okay. I think I want to keep a blue for my converting. We could try to attack again, which could come in handy. What are my symbols? And I have this symbol, so we could try to attack again by absolving to pray. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. I think we're going to spend a blue and a green to absolve. Wait, can I absolve? Yes, I have 2. Okay, so we're going to absolve. So we're going to do our black up 1 spot. It's going to cost us 2 silver. We're going to get to remove this. And then we're going to be able to cover a spot here. And I think I want to cover, we're going to cover this one to clear this off. All right. They're going to commission. So commissioning for them costs 2. Their commission's at 1, so they're going to have to do it here. They go up on the blue track, or the blue goes up by 1. They're going to go here to get the 2 money. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That loops around and boost that up. Okay. Oh, and then because I absolved, I take 1 from the tax stand and I do get my white worker. I can't forget to do that. Okay, because of those effects. And if I get that one, that gets me provision too. That would actually be really great. So if I want to attack, and then I can fortify as my last action. If we attack, our attack's at 4. I can spend money to bring this down. So that'll let me clear another spot with that. Or I could go here and get a criminal. I think we'll do this one. So we're going to attack. We're going to attack this person. So we go up on blue. We get a criminal. And then we get 2 money for this ability. So the criminal gets us a suspicion, which is 1 from the tax stand. We're going to flip this over. They're going to pray. Those get removed. Okay. So it's the 3rd round. We've already got 3 of these, which is pretty good. I'd like to, so I can maybe develop and then fortify. So I think that's what we're going to do. So we're going to develop. We're going to spend 4 here. 1, 2, 3, 4 to develop. Place that out to here. And that gets us a green worker. We're going to flip this over, which is going to be a king's order. So they're going to do the rightmost king's order available, which is fortifying. Their blue is at least at 1, so they go here. That bumps their bread up, and they also get to flip one of these. We're going to fortify as well, which is going to, our blue is high enough, but we're going to spend a provision to take this. That's going to boost us up on red and get us a black worker. They're going to go again. They're going to commission, which they can. Holy cow. And they're blacks at 2, so they're able to do it. So they're going to commission. That increases their blue up by 1. And then they're going to cover that spot up, which dismisses this person, which lets them pray, which clears these off, but shuffles their deck. And they're going to pass. Now the big question is how do I want to try to use this ability? I could convert to try to bring somebody down here, but I don't. Oh, I probably want to convert this person, but if I wait till next round, they'll be easier to convert. So I'll wait to do that person. So maybe what I want to do, I've got time to kind of play with it. If I were to use this on here, I can bump up a track, which would be really nice. Make my red a little bit better. and then I could turn this to a criminal, and then get another wild and possibly some more money to enter the next round. So we're going to place this here to move up on the move the red track up. Then we're going to place this here to get a criminal, which will get us a suspicion, which gets us one of these. And then I think I'm going to pass now. So we've passed. We're going to get our money and our provision. And then we'll clear these off the board. I'm like really rich. Okay, so we've cleared them off the board. We'll get them their 3 workers, plus it's round 4. So the rest of the 4 workers, those 2 clear off. That clears off. I need some more. I need some more mercenaries if I can get them to come out. All right, so we'll flip. Oh, this gets removed as well. Now, I didn't mention it, but workers can be placed on these cards here, and they stay there. So the way that these work is that there will be a worker can be placed. Oh, this is not even the right. This is not even the right one. That should be there. That should be there. Okay, a worker can be placed here. There may be a cost, and then you get the benefit down here. And then if you wanted to take the muster action, you would need to have the attribute here. Move the diplomat to that spot by paying a certain number of provisions, so it's 1 for each card you move, and then you get this bonus and any worker that's here. So I could place the worker here by paying a provision to go up on the gray track. Then I could muster by having at least 1 red to go up on the gray track, a second time, and get the worker back. And of course, those are varied depending on what they are, but there are additional worker placement spots that are available to everyone. All right, beginning of round 4. This lets us trade a provision to either. Oh, does that like mean that we pay a provision to develop a workshop or gain a fighter and a? So do I develop it for free, or do I have to? No, I think I have to still pay. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so this goes into the discard pile. That's actually very interesting. Place the blue worker to pay provision to build one of these out, so you're not having to use up 2 workers here. So it's basically a worker and a provision instead of 2 workers. Fascinating. Okay, so we are going to dump this, flip this over, and this over. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I know for sure I want to convert this person, and I might even want to convert this person. Okay, so fortifying costs 0 provisions, absolving costs no silver, mustering costs no provisions, developing costs 2 fewer. Okay, we're going to dump the mustering one because I'm not going to worry about that. The developing is interesting, but I need to basically use I'd have to basically use all my turns for that, which wouldn't be a bad deal because I could use this up here to muster and just get it for cheaper. Absolving is still relatively cheap, and fortifying is cheap. I think I'm going to go with the develop. I'm going to put the fortifying on the bottom, and I'm going to put the absolving back on top. So we're going to get a green worker and a white worker. And then we're going to choose one of the 2 of these. And I think I'm going to take the 2 reds, the white and the yellow, just so that I don't have to worry about the Inquisition. They're going to take 2 things. They're going to take 1, 2. So they take no coins for that, but they have a ton of those cards. Oh, I get another white worker. Okay, there we go. I have 7. Okay. All right. I don't have a blue worker, but I could place my yellow worker up there to develop, and we'll get a discount because of that. So we're gonna actually do that. We're gonna go here to develop. We'd spend a provision, but because we had a yellow worker, we don't spend the provision. We spend 2 money to develop, which gets us a green worker. And I'm gonna put that on. I'm going to put that. I need to convert this person, so that needs to be there. I don't have the colors for anything else, so absolving this turn would be really beneficial, but I only have the purple to do it. I'd also like to maybe get this again, so we might have to play with this a bit. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to use this on the fortify spot. No, we're going to do it on the absolve spot. Okay. We're going to flip this over. They're going to commission. It's going to be 2 here. Their black is at 2 still. They go up on blue. They can place over here, and they're going to look to flip a debt. They can't flip a debt. They're going to look to rest. They can't rest. Or pray, I mean. They're going to look for 2 workers. They can't. They're going to look for 1 worker and take that 1 worker. We're going to use this and place that here to absolve, because our absolve's at 3. It's actually at 5. We're going to spend 2 money to absolve. It lets us go up on the black by 1. We're going to get rid of one of these. And we're going to use that to flip over one of these debts. They're going to check for a King's Order. The rightmost King's Order is fortifying. Their blue is plenty high. So they're going to fortify. That's going to get them a red and flip over a debt. I need to develop again, honestly. So maybe we just do that. And I need to convert. I mean, I need to do it all, but let's go ahead and develop. We're going to spend 2 to develop, which gets us a blue worker, which I guess I didn't realize I could have used for my absolve action, but that's okay. And then we're going to place this out, and I really care about what we're going to do here, I think. I think we'll do there. Okay. They're going to fortify. They cannot fortify, so they're going to recruit. They're going to dismiss this card for an additional worker. Okay. Oh, I did absolve, so that should get me a worker and a tax. We're going to spend this to go here to get the criminal, which gets us this. They're going to do King's Order. The rightmost King's Order is to fortify. They can't fortify, so they're going to negotiate. Do they have at least 3 black? They don't. Do they don't? They do. So they have at least 2 blue. They're going to take that. So they're 1 symbol, they're 1 green symbol, 1 black symbol away from getting the bonus card. I could pray and do this again. Maybe I do that because that would... Oh, actually, let's do... Okay, hold on. I have so many options. Okay, we do have to convert this person. So that's first and foremost the important thing we need to do. So we're going to convert. This person requires 2 black, which we have. We go up on the red track, and we're going to take this. It's going to cost us some money. And at the end of the game, we get 2 points for every 2 absolves we've done. Then we're going to flip this over. They're going to attack. So they're going to attack this person, which gets up blue, and they get to rest. Or pray, I mean. So these all get cleared. They'll shuffle in, and then their round is done. Okay. So what I'd like to do this round is fortify and develop a second time. And if I fortify, so I can fortify, I might get a worker. If I can develop a second time, I need to be able to pray to remove those 2, and I can place out 2 other workers. But I'd also like another purple worker to do that. So I need another worker to make this work. So we're going to see if we can do it. So we're going to first fortify. Our blue's at 1. We're going to pay a provision to take this. That gets us 2 workers. Awesome. Okay. We get a blue and a green. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. So we get that. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to spend... actually, we can do this for free. Oh, but I kind of like that one for its ability. We're going to spend this red worker to dismiss this person to pray. That'll remove these 2. We'll spend... We're going to get a blue worker back. So we'll spend a green and a blue to develop. Again, it costs 2 less. We're going to develop, which gets us a blue worker back. We're going to place that on the attack. We're going to spend a blue worker to conspire to get a purple. That's going to get us one of these, which takes this from the tax stand and this from the tax stand. And then we both have 3, so we both get a debt. And then we round down, so it's 1.5, so we each get rid of 1. And then this refills. Purple worker would be really nice for going on the track, but I could also use the purple worker to attack. And if I were to attack, what can I attack? This person for a worker and a provision, this person for 2 workers. My attack's at 5, so I could do either one of these. Is there a way for me to get another red worker somehow? I don't think there is. And so if I can either attack and work towards my objective, or I can put this here to go up, and I would go up on blue anyway. So we're going to use this to attack, and because we have 2 plus 5, we have 7. So this person's attacked. We're going to go up on blue and get 2 white workers. We don't really have a lot more going on here. So I think what we'll do is we'll spend these 2 to get 3 silver. And we're gonna rest. So us resting is gonna get us a silver and a provision. And we're gonna clear these all off the board. I can sort these out. Okay, so those get cleared. That stays. These 2 get discarded, and this gets discarded. Whoops, my discard pile is a mess. Okay, how many of these have I gotten rid of? They've all been this symbol, so I may want to try to convert these guys because they're just going to get me points for all my workshops. And then let's refill here. And then refill here. Okay, they're going to start with 3 plus 5. We have our 2 we carried over, plus, well, let's flip, first off, let's flip this over. Okay, so that's going to be 2 provisions and attacks, which is really nice. We're going to discard that. We'll flip over that and that. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I kind of want one of these guys to convert, but that's kind of a background thing because I don't really score anything for converting, but these will get us a ton of points. So absolving costs no silver. We're kind of at a point now where I could absolve, and I could do it a bunch because, so I might as well work on absolving. So I think we're going to do that. We're going to keep that card on top. Hunting gains us 2 provisions. Trading gets us 2 additional silver, and conspiring earns us 2 silver. I think I'm going to get rid of the hunting one. I'm going to put the conspiring one back on top, and I'm going to put the trading one on the bottom. So we're going to do the absolving. That's going to get us a black and a blue worker. And then I can take one of these 2. I think I'm going to take the 2 blacks, the blue, and the green. A little bit more diversity there. Because it's just 2 blue, because I can use the black to pray to absolve again. And then because it's free, we're going to go for it. So for absolving, we have 4, and we need at least 5. We have 4 plus 3, so we can do the next 2 absolves, which then will fulfill this contract. So let's absolve. Again, it's free because of our ability, and we're at 4 plus 3. We're at 7. We get to go up on the black track. We'll get a worker and attacks. And then we're going to get rid of one of these and use it to flip a debt. No, we're going to use it to pray, and it's going to knock that out. Okay, they're going to go. They're going to do King's Order. The rightmost King's Order is fortifying. Their blue is high enough because it needs to be at least 5, and it's at 7. So they're going to go up on the red track, and they're going to get rid of one of these. We're going to absolve again, and again we have 4 plus 3, so we have 7. We go up on the black track, and then we're going to get rid of this. And I'm going to use this to flip flip that debt over. They're going to go attack. They're going to attack this person. No, they're going to attack this person because it's the one back there. They're going to get a blue. They're going to get a white worker, and they're going to get a provision, which bumps them up twice. So we've finished all our absolves. Oh, and I have to get another worker and tax. So we finished all our absolves. I will try to get these if I can, but really now my focus, and maybe one more to get the net the point here. My focus is going to be fortifying, and attacking. So if we want to attack somebody, we have no workers to attack, but we could fortify. Fortifying, we need at least 3 blue, which we have. So let's go ahead and fortify. We'll spend a provision to fortify. We're going to go there, which gets us a white worker, a red, and will get us a point at the end of the game. We're going to flip them over. They're going to do King's Order. They can't fortify, so they're going to negotiate. They're going to look at the rightmost spot here. They have 2 black. They do, so they go up on that track and take this. I'm surprised they're so far back on black. I guess they haven't really needed to do anything with that. Okay, so I'd like to attack. Actually, let's do this. Let's spend these 2 to spend 4 to develop again. We'll place that there and get a red worker, which will hook us up for attacking. We're going to flip this over. That's going to fortify. They can't fortify, so they'll recruit. They're going to go 1, 2, 3, take this one out, which is going to get them a worker. If I wanted to convert, I need 6 black, which I do have. So we're going to spend a black worker to convert. We're going to take this one for 6. It's going to cost us 2 silver, and then we get a red. And at the end of the game, we get 2 points for every, or we get 1 point for every 2 workshops we have. I think it's just workshops, period, not like specifically. Oh, how many actions you've taken. So 1, 2, 3. So I need to do all 4 of them to maximize it. So I need to build this out before the end of the game. Okay. We're going to flip. They're going to commission, which they've done a ton of. They're going to go up on the blue track. They commission for here. So their black's only at 2, so they can only do here. They're going to prioritize this. They're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess they haven't gone around this enough to make that go up. So... okay, I think the next thing we want to do, let me get some money, but I don't have enough money. Because then I could take my worker and do this. I need a blue worker. I could build this last one out and not even worry about messing with it. But if we're going to attack somebody, we can attack. I'd like to absolve again if I can, but I need a blue worker. If we're going to attack somebody, we could maybe attack this guy and get the purple. Or you get a blue worker, but I don't have a thing to get rid of. But we're going to attack. So let's attack. Our attacking is at 8. So I could actually spend money and get this guy. But I'll take this guy. So we're going to attack this guy. It's going to get us blue and then get us a purple worker, which makes us take a one of those, which takes 2 of these. We're going to flip this over. They're going to convert. They can't convert, so they'll pray, which dumps all this. And they shuffle. Okay, so we possibly could pray, or we could dismiss them to pray and then absolve again. But we went up on blue for attacking, so we could get that absolve in. So we're gonna do this to dismiss this person. That's gonna let us remove from here. We're gonna absolve again. It's free, and we need 8. We go up on black again. That gets rid of this. And I can use it to get another worker to get this person, which could be on an Inquisition. We could dump an additional deal, or at an Inquisition we could get I could use that Squire, or I want to get the 2 provisions to kind of just set me up for this to get 2 more of those. Maybe but we'll get a provision from this, so maybe not. So if I use it to get a white worker, we could pray and then do the fortify action again, or we could pray to develop again. Let's get the white worker. Okay. Oh, but I don't have the money to do it again. So maybe, well, I'll take the white worker because I can do something else, I think. Or no, you know what? We'll do this and we'll recruit this person. Because when an inquisition happens, we'll get rid of a debt. Or we'll get rid of a suspicion. So we're going to do this. We'll get this worker. I guess it happens after the fact. Or do I want the... Maybe I just want the extra worker. I'll just take the extra worker. Okay. We're going to do this, though. We are going to do this to get a purple. And we'll take this. Which triggers this. Which we both take a debt. I can pray. I'm going to pray. Oh, but I need to find another money somehow. Okay, we're going to go here and pray. We're going to spend 2 to remove these. I got it. We're going to send a worker up here to get 2 provisions and attacks. We're going to spend these 2 to spend these for this. Or let me replace this with this. So we'll get this worker. And then we can place this out somewhere. And I guess it's just really whatever we want to do. We'll place it here. Then, so I've got no silver. Is there any way is there any way I can do anything over here? I guess not really. So I think I also... Oh, hold on. We're going to place this here. And we're going to go up on that track with that. And then I think we're going to end our turn. So we're done. We've passed. We're going to get our money and our provision. And these will get cleared off. And we're keeping these 2 for the next round. And then we're on the 6th round now. Let's clear this first. That gets removed, and that gets removed. So these slide. I'm gonna convert this person. That's my goal for the round. And I want to like to convert this person too, because I can convert this person. That'll get us some more points. Although that could get us a decent amount of points, but I think this will net us the most. And I can convert this person. That's 3 points. So I'll have to look at what the cost or like the point benefit is. Maybe I can do both of them or all of them, especially if I've fulfilled my other obligations. Okay, so the AI is going to get their 3 workers. Oh, and we'll flip this. So take a debt to get 1 of each worker. They're going to take 3 workers plus 6. They're at 9. We'll flip this over, and then we're going to discard this guy and go 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so converting costs no silver. That could be handy. Praying costs no silver, and conspiring earns you 2, and then we get the guy with a bunch of stuff. I've got no money. So if I want to convert, oh, this goes away. If I want to convert, I'm going to need the money for it. So I think converting no silver might be good, and we'll get these 2 spots filled this turn. I'd like to convert this person, and if I get this person, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So that's a 6-point increase versus something else. So I'd like to convert these 2. So I think that's my goal. So we're going to put him on top, this on here, and get rid of this, and then this person ends up on top. We get a black and a red. And then do I take the green? I think I take the black, the yellow, and the 2 whites, because I'll have the flexibility of the wild. Okay. So we are going to convert. We're going to spend the black worker to convert. Again, it costs no money. So converting at 7, we're going to get this person at 2. Bumps us up on the red track, and that gets tucked under there. Okay, they're going to go. They're going to do the rightmost king's order that hasn't been fulfilled, which is the fortifying. They're going to go here. It's going to go boom, boom. We are going to... I don't want to have to pray and spend the money. And I would love to get this absolve at some point. if I can work it out. So we're going to have to see if we can figure that out. But I'd love to get this absolved before the end of the game. Okay, we'll come back to that convert, because I think I've got time to get this. And if it doesn't work out, I can get somebody else. So we'll fortify. We have at least that much blue. So we're going to spend 2 provisions to fortify. That's going to bump us up on red and let us get rid of this or take 2 coins. We're going to take the 2 coins. They're going to negotiate. They do have this. They're going to take this. It's going to bump them up on that track. How much attacking do I have? I've got 5 attacks. For absolving, I need 3 more to absolve. So I need to attack in order to get an absolve. We're going to spend this. We'll attack this guy. That's going to make us go up on blue. Get us attacks and a provision. He's gone. We'll flip this over. They're going to pray. Those get cleared. Shuffle up. All right. Oh, choices, choices, choices. I can't absolve yet because I don't have the funds. We're going to go ahead and go here and pray. So we'll dump these 2 and we'll remove that person. We'll flip this. They're going to negotiate again. Do they have 4? They do. They still don't have 3 of one symbol. Oh, yes, they do. Now they have 3 of one symbol. So they have 3 of this, so they're going to get this. That's going to get them 2 provisions. So 1, 2, 3, 4. That bumps that up. And then at the beginning of the next round, they're going to get an additional worker. So I'll put that there so I don't forget that they get that worker. Okay. We're going to convert again. Again, it's free. And we're going to get this guy. It's going to bump us up on red, and then this will get us some points at the end of the game. All right, they're going to go. They're going to pray. They can't pray, so they'll recruit. When they recruit, they're going to take off this one. That's 2 more workers. We're going to conspire. They're going to do the king's order, the rightmost king's order that they have not fulfilled. They fulfilled the fortifying, so they're going to go to negotiating. They fulfilled negotiating, plus they can't, so they're going to attack. And I don't think they have enough, so they're going to attack this character. They'll go to this one next. That gets them a blue and a worker. Oh, I should have got my purple. I didn't do that. Sorry. We're going to use that purple to go here to boost up blue. Yes. We're going to flip that over. They're going to do king's order. They can't do any king's order, so they're going to trade. Go 1, 2. No, they can do a king's order. I lied. Even though it's been fulfilled, they can still do it. So they're going to go here to fortify again because they're things up enough. They're going to go up here. That gets them 2 points in the game, which is a ton. We're going to absolve for the last time. So we're going to spend the 3 here, 2 here, because this costs us 1 less. Plus we have 8 plus 1, so that's 9. This gets us another black. We get rid of one of these. And do we want to take one of those? I don't really think so. I think we're just going to net the additional one of these to go away in case we do have an Inquisition. They're going to do kings. Oh, now they're done. Now they're passing, so they're done. Okay, so we have 1 worker left. We could carry it over to the next round. And I think that's probably what we'll do just to have it. So we're going to end the go. We're going to pass. We'll get... Oh, I just absolved, so I should get my tax and my other white worker. Hold on. Maybe we can do something. We are going to recruit. We're going to dismiss this person. Or do I want to do one of the other ones? Yes, we're actually going to dismiss by spending these 2 and dismiss this guy to get the blue. And then we're going to end our go, and we're going to keep that. So that we'll get a money and a provision. So they're going to get their 3 workers plus 7. Plus their extra for having that card. This slides over. Those get discarded. Those slide down. Okay, and here's the last, King's Favor. So it's, ooh, interesting. Okay, so we're going to flip this and flip this. So we're taking a criminal regardless. You know I want my big guy. So fortifying costs no provisions. I'm okay on provisions, so I'm not going to worry about that. Trading, praying. Okay, we're going to take him, which is going to get us 1 of each color worker. We have this one left over. We're going to have to take a criminal, so I'm going to take this one because it's objectively better. So we're going to take a suspicion, which nets us this. They're going to take a suspicion. Okay. All right. Oh, we had to clear this off. Okay, so first things first. Oh, we got to clear all these off. All right, this might be just like the perfect storm here. So there's none of these available like mercenaries. So I don't think converting here is going to be really. I mean, I guess I could take one of these guys. And then attacking, I attacked a lot of people. I could maybe take this guy, and that's 3 points for us at the end of the game, or 2 points for that one, and then maybe attack somebody else. So that's an option. I want to fortify if I can. So fortifying is kind of my main thing at the moment. For fortifying, I need at least... I can do the rest of the fortifying so long as I can afford it. So let's fortify first things first. We're going to take this card. It's going to bump us up here. Perfect. We're going to spend 2 provisions. All right, he's going to go. He's going to do King's Order. He'll go across and take this one. No! That's what I wanted. That's okay. So he's going to take that one, boost up on that track. I don't want to take the 2 suspicions yet because I don't want to have to deal with... I need to be able to flip these still, and I don't have a way to flip them. So I'd have to go and do some stuff out here. Okay. Absolving's done. We can attack and convert pretty easily. We could negotiate because we haven't done that yet. So let's negotiate. We're going to go here to negotiate. Whoops. And we're actually going to do the entrust action. So it's going to be the top action here. We can either place a garrison out. Oh, I can't do any of that stuff because I have no gray. Okay, I lied. I'm not doing that. At least not yet. How can I get rid of... How can I get rid of my debts? I guess I really can't. Oh, I can with that guy. Okay, let's actually dismiss him by spending 2 money, and we'll get rid of a debt. Okay, there's 1 debt gone. But he can trigger the Inquisition. Then I think I'll be fine for the rest of the game. He'll commission. Goes up on blue. His black is at 4, so it gives him this spot. This spot's going to let him pray to remove these and shuffle up. Oh, crap. Oh, darn it. I don't remember where his red was at. I think it was there. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think it's maybe there. Then where was his gray? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Did he do something else to increase it? I think that's right. And then blue should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think a looping around gave it a 10th. I think that's right. I think that's correct. If not, I'll recheck the video after it's over, and I'll make a correction down at the bottom, or in the comments. But I believe that is correct. Yeah, I think, hold on, let me just double check here again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Plus, that's 9. I know he increased his blue by 1, but I do think this is up here. Okay, and then I think that's right. I hope that's right. I don't know if that's right. There's 6, 7, 8, 9. I know 10 would be another one. So is he this way? I'm going to leave him like this. We'll just leave it that way. Okay. All right. Argo. A lot of stuff to keep track of here. Okay, I'd like to fortify 2 more times if possible. But I have no money. And I don't want to take any debts. And I don't want to trigger the Inquisition yet. Although I could trigger the Inquisition by conspiring. If I get the money, we'll both get a debt, though. So I don't really want to do that either. Although I could do this. Let's do this. Let's actually send a worker up here to take 2 provisions and the tax, which triggers the Inquisition. So then he's going to lose this but take a debt. And then we'll reset this. So now I can take some stuff without worrying about him messing with me. King's Order, the rightmost King's Order that has not been fulfilled, which is attacking. He's going to attack this guy. That goes up on blue. That gets one of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, because I think he was there. Yeah, okay. I need money. We're going to spend this worker. No. Fighting and converting are stuff that I could still do. Let's fight, or attacking. We're going to attack this person. That gives us blue, and then lets us clear this spot. He's also going to attack but can't, so he's going to recruit. He'll recruit this for another worker. Whoops. We're going to fortify again, so we're going to spend 3 to fortify, which gets us, oh, nice. We're going to flip this. They're going to conspire, which is 2 white workers and one of these, which will remove 2 of this, and they'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's bump that up. If I could clear this again, we could do this again. But I don't have the money for it yet. And again, I'm in a spot that I don't want to trigger an Inquisition, because if I go here, I can. So I can go here and we can tie at best. And we'll both net that, which could just, I mean, they're going to cancel each other out. We're going to go here to get a money. We'll flip this over. They're going to commission. They can't go up on blue, and their spot's at 5, so they're going to go here, and they're going to take a 1 worker spot to get a worker back. We're going to spend 2 here to pray to remove this. They're going to do King's Order. They're going to take this one, which will get them 2 workers. We're going to spend the green here to fortify, because we have 10, which we only need 9. We're going to spend our last 3 provisions. That goes up on red, which we can't, but we do get 2 white workers. They're going to King's Order again to get 1 of each worker. I don't think they take the debt, so we're just going to give them 3 workers. Can I garrison? Maybe I don't have any provisions. Darn it. I could garrison with those. I could get a provision with this, and then I've got another worker that I could possibly... Because if I can garrison something, I could remove something from up here. Or you put something up here to maybe remove this or flip this. So let's do that. Because I don't think there's anything I'm going to fortify. Or I guess, can I get that guy? Can I convert that guy? That would be 3 points. But if I could flip this over, that's going to swing me 4. I don't have a black worker to convert anyway, and I don't have money to tuck them under my board. So we're going to garrison. It's gonna. Oh, I don't have a provision. I have to get a provision. We're going to get a provision. All right, he's going to negotiate. Good Lord. Can you take this one? He can't. Can you take this one? He can. It's going to make him go up on this, and then he'll also get the black card, which will flip over one of these. We're going to then garrison by spending our provision. We'll go up on black, and then our red is at 12, so we can go, or it's at 12. So we can't go here, but we can go in any of these other spots. I'm going to go here to flip that over. So now I've got all of these paid. They're going to do King's Favor. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. They're going to get 2 workers, which they don't have. I ran out of white workers. So they're going to take there and get this, which is going to get them that. 1, 2. And then this, which gets them this. 1, 2, 1, 2. And then they're going to trigger that, and they're going to lose half of these. So they have a ton of unpaid debts. Okay, we have a blue worker left to do something. I've never had this much done on this board before. It's actually pretty insane. So I could spire. I can go there and just get 2 money. I guess that's what I'll do. I'll just spend my last worker to go here and get myself 2 money. They're going to keep going. They're going to do King's Favor. They can't, so they're going to do one of these. They'll go here to go up on the gray track. We're going to pass, so we're going to get our money and our provision. Then they're going to keep going. They're going to pray, which clears this board. Okay, they got a lot of stuff they got to do. And then we'll go into final scoring. They're going to go here. They're going to King's Favor. They can't, so they'll trade, which goes 1, 2, which boosts that up. They're going to fortify. They can fortify. That's going to get them up on this. And 2 more workers. They're going to King's Order. They can't fortify. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they're going to negotiate. Oh my goodness. Is there black at 6? It is. So they're going to take this. Go up on here. They're going to muster. So when they muster, they're going to go with the one that has the most. They're going to go for this one. That's going to send them up on the gray track twice, which they can't do, but it is what it is. They do get that worker. They're going to convert. They can't convert, so they'll rest, which sends them 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's the game. All right, so scoring time. Okay, so King's Orders. So for King's Orders, we were to fulfill this because we have at least 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we do fulfill that. First 4 points. King's Order number 2, we have 0. King's Order number 3, we have 5 of those. So we have 8 points. Our personal King's Order, we also got that. So we got 6 points. The blue track, we're at 13. The red track, we're at 20. The black track, we're at 11. The gray track, we're at 0. Developments, we're at 6. Unpaid debts, we have 0. Paid debts, we have 3 points. Silvers and provision, for every 3, we get 1 point, so it's 1 point for us. Commissions, we have 0. Fortifies, we have 6, 7, 8, 9. Garrisons, we have 0. Absolves, we have 6. Converts, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because it's 1 plus 1 per mercenary, so 6. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Holy cow. Muster cards, we got 0. And negotiations, we got 0. Putting us at 104. That's my all-time highest score by a huge margin. All right. Now, they got a lot of stuff too, so we're going to see what they did. So, King's Order. They did not get the attack. No, did they get the attacks? They did not get the attacks, so they don't get that. King's Order number 2, they did get the negotiations. Oh, maybe they should have done the attack instead of this. So hold on. I'm going to give that to them. They shouldn't have done this. They should have attacked instead. So they would have gotten this, which would have put them up on blue. That wouldn't have mattered, but they would have gotten 1, 2, 3, 4, which would have boosted them up here. Okay, so they would have gotten it then, because the King's Order should have made them attack instead, because they hadn't fulfilled attacks. I thought they did. So they do get the 4 points for that. They get 6. They get 8 points for the wall. Blue track they're at 20. Red track they're at 13. Black track they're at 6. Gray track they're at 20. Unpaid debt. So this is maybe where we get them. We have 1, 2, 3. So that's going to be -9. They get 3 points for paid debts. Commissions, they get 9. Fortifies, they get 6, 7, 8. Garrisons, they get 0. Absolves, they get 0. Converts, they get 0. Musters, they get 0. And negotiations are going to be kind of crazy. So for negotiations, they're going to get points for for each set. So there's going to be there's a set there, so that's 9. There's one. Oh no, I'm sorry, that's not a set. There's a set, so that's 9, and then there's another set. So that's 5. So that's 14, 15, 16. So they get 16 points for theirs. 104 to 104. What? So what's the tiebreaker? That's assuming how I messed up their track. So I'll have to double check if that's true or not. What's the tiebreaker? Is it going to be like most workers or something? The player with the least suspicion. Alright, so we would technically win. And then if we had this... Okay, so I think we won. Assuming that this is correct, then we won. 104 to 104. That was like the best game I've ever played. So that's going to be it. We won on the tiebreaker. I hope you guys enjoyed, assuming I didn't make any rules mistakes. And I'll double check the track there to make sure that that's where they were at. If they were not, I'll include that. They may have beaten me because that should have been a different thing. But I think I caught everything that was a problem. But anyway, that's going to be it. I hope you guys enjoyed it. And now that we've done all of the West Kingdom, we're going to move on to the North Sea very soon. So be on the lookout for those playthroughs. But that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys so much. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.